Hey guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. I'm playing ABCD4 on Board Game Arena. I'm playing with Econ Sean, who's streaming at twitch.tv/Econ Sean, so you guys should check him out there. Opening pack. Roof Baluster plus House Steward. If I first pick Roof Baluster, do I go after the House Steward points? Bonehead doesn't seem that important in this format. There seems to be a ton of wood. Plow Driver is also very solid. I could first pick Roof Baluster and go for a big stone house thing. I think that's what I want to do. And then if House Steward doesn't come back, I take Reed Roof Renovator. And yeah, just try to build a bunch of rooms. I think that's what I'm on here. There's a power hit on Roof Baluster versus Plow Driver. But, oh man, well, I'm taking Assistant Tiller, but man, passing Master Builder is a feels bad here. Passing Master Builder is a really big feels bad since I just played Roof Baluster. Maybe what I'll do instead with this Roof Baluster is it could be used to get the stone for a major improvement, like for the well or something. So could do something like that. I would expect that House Steward and then Master Builder gets snapped up by somebody. There's no way I'm wheeling Master Builder here. But there's also no way I can pass Assistant Tiller. Like, Assistant Tiller is busted. And, you know, I might open Loom. I might still get past Cottager. I might still get the Seed Collector, whatever it is, card. So I have to take Assistant Tiller here because it's just too good. But, yeah. I mean, to be fair, if I had first picked Plow Driver, I'd feel pretty bad about this Roof Baluster as well. So given that I got past Assistant Tiller, I'm feeling okay with my first pick. I don't feel it was too much of a disaster. Hey, Expend 9, let's go get those wells. Yeah, maybe. That's what I'm thinking about for sure. That could be an option. Wood Barterer. Each time before you use an action space with a build fences or build rooms action. Okay, so this card is bad if I see Cottager, but pretty good otherwise. Is there anything else in particular that I want to go for? The Clay Carrier could be okay with Assistant Tiller, but like I'm really just hoping to get Loom. Potato Harvester I think doesn't matter too much. Organic Farmer, fine, not exceptional. This is just Wood Barterer in my opinion. I don't think it's too close. Wood Barter and Hedgekeeper in the game, sometimes the fence space can be contested because, like, one of the things that Wood Barter does pretty nicely is you have 6 wood and you go and you fence 7 and then you go back and fence 8 later. But with Hedgekeeper in the game, it's unlikely. Did I say Loom? Oh, Loam Pit. Yeah, sorry, Montu. Yeah, thank you. Market Cryo Shops Distiller, eh? Do I want Home Brewer? No, not really. Yeah, I guess Water Worker is fine. Get a read on with my plows. So probably I'm never building a 6th room without exactly Loam Pit. With Water Worker though, building a lot of rooms is possible. Is possible. Loom is also good, yes, but in particular I want Loam Pit. Because with Loam Pit I can actually build like 2 or 3 clay rooms. Like I could actually go to a 6-room clay house with Water Worker. House Steward Wield. What? What? I'm pretty surprised by that. Okay, I'll take House Steward. And unfortunately, the Master Builder did not come back, so I probably can't play this House Steward, but that's fine. I don't have to. Geologist really does not matter. This pick is pretty bad no matter what. I'll take Geologist, I guess, but Yeah. So there's pretty much no way I can play House Steward unless I'm sure that I'm gonna build the sixth room. Uh, Clay Carrier is mildly interesting, but Transactor. You know what? There's combos with Clay Carrier. Transactor is good with guilds. Transactor is good with guilds, but I have Assistant Tiller, and I have plans to build like a 4-room house at minimum. So I don't really think I need a really big Transactor. There are combos though with Clay Carrier which are absurd. So I'll take that here. All right. Manger, no. Herring pot, no. 3-field rotation, no. Muckrake, no. Lettuce patch, sure. Steam machine, no. Pitchfork, no. So lettuce patch is the only real good card here for me. Herring pot does combo a little bit with water worker, but I don't want to be taking fishing. I want to be taking the day labor space. So I'm not too happy with whatever comes back here. Steam machine, I guess, has a point on it. Yeah. Not too excited about whatever comes back. With Waterwork and Lone Pit, you get a room every 2 day labor actions. As long as you can feed, this looks completely winning. Yeah, although Sean will have a very good game, so I never gonna count Sean out here. I am happy. The thing I'm happy about is that I'm sitting in front of Sean here. So I might, like, for example, what are the odds that green it was correct for green to pass Assistant Tiller? Most of the time we should assume our opponents are making their best moves, but what are the odds that green opens something better than Assistant Tiller? I may have got past Assistant Tiller when I should have. So I think I definitely have the edge over Sean here because of seating position, the fact that I get to pick after green. Also, any start player actions by anyone other than Sean or I, and I go in front of Sean, and that could be a good situation to be in as well. All right. I'm kind of interested in almost all of these cards. Clay Supply could be fine. Clay Supply could be good, but I think I'm interested in Sack Cart or Milking Stool here. So I didn't take the Cattle Whisperer. And I guess I have the Assistant Tiller, so getting the grain from Sack Cart seems good. Is it too dangerous to pass Milking Stool here? I also passed Master Fencer, not Master Fencer, Hedgekeeper. So that's something that I'm thinking about. Thick Forest with Clay Carrier, it's like theoretically possible to play in 3, which I mean is not, you don't really need Clay Carrier to play it in 3, but you get a lot of wood. The wood has just not been that difficult to get in this format, and especially not with Wood Barterer, right? Wood Barterer is going to be an 8 wood action for me. I think I'd take Sack Cart here over Milking Stool. Yeah, I play Assistant Tiller Water Worker pretty early, so yeah. Yeah, my third Ock definitely comes late this game. My third Ock is likely, well, no, I play 3 pretty early, and then Roof Baluster comes kind of late, is probably how this is going to work. Yeah, I could play Large Greenhouse. So Shepherd's Crook Wheel Manger is a thing. I'm off of Sculpture. Mini Pasture doesn't combo with Wood Barterer, right? Do I want to ship Mini Pasture to the Hedgekeeper? I don't know. Shepherd's Crook. The problem with Shepherd's Crook is that if I do 4 rooms, then that only leaves 3 spaces for fences. And with Shepherd's Crook, I'm only ever playing Shepherd's Crook if I actually want the two two 2x2 pastures, which doesn't seem like I need here. Large greenhouse could be fine. Yeah, I'm off of mini pasture, I think, even though I'm passing it to Sean. I could pick up Lasso here. Lasso could be a meta pick. It's decent with Water Worker, but then it's also decent with taking the cattle away from Sean. Did I check who was starting around? Oh, thank you. Thank you, Doctor. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Who is it? How do I see that? Sean is. So I'm fourth in round one, which is fine because I'm totally happy playing assistant tiller into plow round one. That's fine. Um, yeah, you know what? I think I'm off of the large greenhouse, and I think I'm on Lasso. This hand wants to build a hearth. Like the set cart is not for feeding; it's for getting points. Ooh, ooh, strawberry patch, nice. Butter churn is not bad. Strawberry patch makes me kind of wish that I had taken the greenhouse, but I think it's still the pick here. Versus butter churn. I kind of want to take butter churn here. Feed fence is a little bit interesting for building stables. I don't really need to build the stables, but I could. I know organic farmers out there. Butter churn, strawberry patch. I think I'd take butter churn here actually over strawberry patch. It's just too likely that strawberry patch gets stranded in my hand. I know the person after me is likely like I'm pretty confident that Sean drafted milking stool. So milking stool and shipping milking stool and butter churn seems bad. Don't really care about this. I guess I could play 3-field rotation. Manger seems unlikely to be worth anything because I make fields and rooms, so take 3-field rotation. Sure. So one of the reasons that Assistant Tiller is one of the best cards in this format is because you're just really likely to get a combo piece with it. Now, I didn't get a combo piece with this hand, except for Water Worker, which is like probably the weakest one. It's still fine though. It's still solid. I think I Clay Supply over Thick Forest. Don't really feel the need to play Shepherd's Crook with Lasso. Junk Room is awkward, but I guess Clay Supply makes it marginally more playable. I think I liked Greenhouse better than Lasso, then all your crops are taken care of with no actions. Part of the reason I didn't want to take draft Greenhouse is because I have Sack Cart here. So in order to get two vegetables out of Greenhouse, I would have needed to probably give up a grain for Sack Cart in all likelihood. So that's my thinking there. So we've got Bonehead for Sean, Conjurer for Brian. Yeah, I mean, I get Reedstone Food or 3 Wood, and both of those sound... Uh-oh. Uh-oh! This again! This again! That's unfortunate. Well, I've been on the losing side of that. I've had that go against me in the past. Having it go in my favor is not bad. Having it go in my favor is not bad at all. But yes, I've definitely been on the losing side of that. All I could say is people overvalue Reed-Headed Toad round one. Especially, you do not need to play it with your first action. If you are really set on playing it, you are very likely to get start player back in the 3 seat. And even if you don't get it back in the 3 seat, you can play it on major minor. You really do not need to open start player round one. Uh, this move stinks. I guess I play Clay Supply here to set up for my junk room. Charcoal burner. So they're probably going to build. I would guess they're going to build the fireplace with their second move. Um, if Brian takes 2 reed here, um, green should be taking 3 wood, but it's possible green builds the fireplace. Green does take the wood. Okay, that's good. So I'll take 2 wood myself from the 2 wood space. 3 wood is better because then I can play wood barter into build, but how much does that matter? Probably not that much, right? Because I really want to get to 6 wood anyways, because I want to be playing Junk Room as my next miner. Yeah, I really want to be playing Junk Room as my next miner, so. Sheep in 4, this game just got a lot hungrier. Fortunately, I get 2 food whenever I plow a field. And yeah. So I probably open cheap Auk Wood Barter if it's there and plan to get a wood action back. And if I don't get a wood action back, I wheel Water Worker. Yeah, I don't really want to take 2 wood, but expensive Auk is an option. The problem with expensive Auk is that I'm forced to take food next round, which is not really a position I want to be in. I guess expensive Auk could lead to second move, start player junk room, and then maybe taking a good wood action next round. Um, yeah. Okay. Could also play assistant tiller here. I think I play water worker. Do I? How important is getting that next read? I don't know. I guess I play assistant tiller. So Sean takes the 2 read. Yep. So I'd love to get this 4 wood. If I don't get the 4 wood, I should get 3 wood. Yeah, Brian's building. Yep. Tiller day labor. Yeah, I mean I could definitely day labor in 4 Northern Watch. Hello. Welcome. Um Getting the 4 wood here is awesome. Boy, am I ever happy to get the 4 wood here. And now the 3 wood should go. If the 3 wood doesn't go, I have start player into potentially building in 5. And if family growth flips in 5, that seems like I'm just in a really fantastic spot. If that's the case. Don't I need day labor now? I can play junk room. Junk room gets me a food. Star player junk room gets me a food, which is what I would start player with. I'm also not that excited to date to tiller before water worker comes down. Like I want to play water worker, right? I've got this lettuce patch here. I've got butter churn, right? I have cards that care about getting to that third Ock, so I'm not really that excited to day labor before the reed comes down or before the water tiller comes down. It's fine, like it's fine to take 2 wood and 2 food and plow, but I just don't really. The thing is, I don't use those fields for so long. Start player junk room is fun because your opponents will never think you can start player here. Yeah, true. Um, Homebrewer, yeah, homebrewer with conjurer is not great. It's fine. It's fine. Start player carpenter's parlor, aka axe. So I definitely cannot start player, which means I'm taking day labor. Sure. And I either get build or 6 wood next round. And both of those seem great. Start player junk room. Yeah, that's part of why I wanted to leave junk room open, right? Because I was going to have the last action of the round, which lets me respond to 6 wood being there. Um, yeah, I think I just build here and say to red, all right, you have to start player. Stable. Stable lets me take 2 sheep second action and then build the fireplace later. But building the fireplace means not having the clay for junk room, so yeah, I think I do this because now water worker into 2 day labor actions, and then I'm ready to build a wood room again. Yeah, I think the plan is build 2 wood rooms with wood barter, and then build a clay room, and then get 2 wood out of fencing. So wood barter is either 6 or 8. Cooking Hearth is built here for Sean, so green should be taking the sheep action, but doesn't necessarily have to, I guess. Red kind of has to question, does traveling players come back around? Because the game is reasonably hungry, so there's no guarantee that he gets traveling players back. Also, I think pretty much everyone that knows the stream knows this, but if you are watching Sean as well, whenever we stream with another streamer, please make sure not to comment, like cross pollinate information or anything. Um, but yeah, I think you guys are all really good at that, so I think you know not to do it. I mean, yeah. Paper maker here for green. Interesting. Well, I guess if Sean wants to take 4 food, he can take 4 food. I'm kind of interested in taking Conjurer here. I think taking Conjurer here puts a lot of pressure on Red's feeding. The other option was taking Reedstone food with the idea of either building probably the pottery, but I think just taking the 3 food straight up says to the rest of the table, okay, food is going to be pretty tight. I have the junk room, so I get 2 food out of taking start player family growth, which the other players are not going to have that luxury. So, yep. Because now as red, you really have to say how how am I feeding? Right? That's what me taking the 3 food does to red. Red has to now say if family growth doesn't flip in 6 and I start player again, my round 7 literally has to be grow into 2 food traveling players, and then you go into the round 3 harvest with like really crap feeding. So yeah, I think Storehouse Keeper here in addition to Conjurer just doesn't really seem necessary. Um, Reed Pond here is nice. Green's taking the sheep. So I think I don't have to start player here, but I might want to start player anyways because my second action might just be building the pottery. Yeah, I think start player is like not really needed here, but I think getting junk room out leads to second move playing a major improvement that helps me feed. And I really don't want a stable block. I really do not want a stable block with this hand. 2 people having built a fireplace already makes me, and like late sheep makes me not that excited to feed with animals. Like definitely with Lasso, I'll want to go down that path later, but I don't really feel the need to now. So let's see what the paper maker is playing here. Also, Axe. You know what? Reed-hatted Toad is probably pretty good with Axe, right? That's a thing to keep in mind. Reed-hatted Toad probably pretty great with Axe. All right, so 6 clay is phenomenal. I can easily just take 6 clay here. I could take 4 wood. Um, Sean will take a good action, and then Sean will probably not have to start player. Sean can feed with a food and a vegetable next harvest, so Sean could take 3 good resource piles here. I think I'm asking myself, how much do I care about building the pottery with this exact move? Especially looking at the fact that the stone oven might go for Brian next round. I think what I do here is the problem with building the pottery is I really need to hit clay action next round, and the best actions might all be wood actions. So maybe I build the joinery over the pottery. That feels wrong. That feels pretty wrong. I think it's the play though. I think it's the play. I'm pretty confident I'll get a good wood action back. Whereas the clay should be gone, right? If I wheel the 8 clay, if I family growth wheel the 8 clay, then this is a disaster. But I think the 8 clay is more likely to be taken than 4 wood. And I think a 2 wood action is more acceptable than a 3 clay action. 3 clay action is pretty terrible. 2 wood action is defensible. I also could play House Steward to get wood that way. I definitely want to eat with this guild here. Not eating with this guild kills a lot of what makes taking it good and playing it good. Oh no! Oh, I really screwed myself. Oh no, I was supposed to build the pottery. Oh, that was such a blunder. Oh no. Not having an improvement to play here is such a blunder. I mean, I get 6 wood back, but not having an improvement to play is such a blunder. Oh well. Yeah, not having an improvement to play with Junk Room is a huge blunder. Oh well. That's fine. I mean, I might run out of miners to play, but probably not. I mean, playing the pottery was not any better, but I didn't have to build a major there. Why not butter churn? I had no wood on that action. I had no wood with that action. So Sean did draft Cattle Whisperer and then picked up Milking Stool. Expected. I got Family Growth and wheeled 6 wood. Yep. Yeah, I did. So wheeling 6 wood makes me feel better. It makes me feel better. Wheeling 6 food makes me feel a lot better about this theoretical blunder, but it still feels like a really big blunder to have built the joinery, and then building the joinery means I don't get to play sack cart or butter churn here. That I think that was a pretty bad move altogether. Adoptive parents, okay. So yeah, green just setting up for a triple build. Reno here, and yeah, Brian's had a good open. Brian's had a really good opening. He gets a read next round and is ready to build, right? And he can build in front of green, right? So Brian just first action builds here, and then green. Not sure what green does. Um, It's possible I get 6 wood again. Possible I get 6 wood again if green does something other than 6 wood. Waiting for the triple build is so bad. Just build a room and go back later and build 2 more. I agree. Like, and green just gets like red jumping green here is so bad. Um, red jumping green here I think is pretty bad for green. I can build if green doesn't. No, I can't build because I ate in the harvest, so I can't. Ooh, Sean gets to take the 6 wood here. I miss that. I miss that. That room is not pressured here for Sean, which I think makes Green's decision not to build last round even worse. Yeah, makes it look pretty bad. Um, okay, so probably I'm playing Waterworker this round. Ooh, red taking day labor here, or traveling players here. I think this is pretty bad by red. Um, and it looks like I'm gonna get occupation waterworker into 5 food fishing, which looks incredible. So I can take 4 wood here first. Green not building. Let's red build here, which yeah, this is confusing. I'm confused about what these guys are doing. You get 2 wood, or you can convert 1 wood to 2 reed. Yeah, but I only had 5 wood, so I can't convert. So now if they don't build, I can build. Yes, now I can build. I get 2 wood. It's an option. It's one or the other. Yeah, you don't get 2 wood and get the conversion option. It's one or the other. I don't know why Green's playing clay plaster. I don't know why Green's playing clay plaster. I don't. Yeah, I don't understand that. I think I think the stats are worse than they appear on Paper Maker because I think it fools people into doing bad stuff. I would guess that the like Paper Maker is going to be stronger than its stats will show. I think it seems like a fine card to me. Totally fine card to me. And I've heard some other people say that it's terrible, which is why I feel the need to say I think it's fine. Stork's Nest. There we go. This is what ties it all together. There we go. Stork's Nest. Okay, that's fun. That's fun. So I get 1 move. I think I play Waterworker, and then I'm going to take Fish next round. Or next action. I could also fence here, and fencing would mean I can open 3 sheep next round, but that would be really dangerous because I'd be quite hungry. So I think I fish, and then I keep fencing in my back pocket for next round. red, red. That might have been a bit of a screw you to me by red. I should plow then. Yeah, getting the sheep is nice, but it doesn't seem critical. Plow seems fine. So if green doesn't have to build here, but if green doesn't build, they're at risk of me building. Stork's Nest slightly improves green hand, but it's still so much worse. If this was a round 7 growth game, I agree that Stork's Nest would be pretty good here. But I think the fact that it wasn't round 7, yeah, I think it's not great for green. I agree. I say thank you very much for all the 6 wood actions. I really appreciate it. Feeling good about my joinery after getting 2 6 wood actions. Feeling really good about my joinery in that case. I wonder, I'll be interested to know if the proportion of 6 wood actions has changed with the addition of the CD deck. Because the CD deck, I feel, introduces some other kind of viable strategies. So I just wonder if it kind of lures people over into other lines more, correctly or incorrectly. So I just wonder if there's then a corresponding increase in the number of those actions. Where's the plow driver, I wonder? Good question. I mean, it's red, right? Because I guess it's possible that it's green, but it seems to me like it's probably red. Because I don't think Conjurer or Storehouse. I don't think any of those cards were in my opening pack. They might have taken Master Brewer 7th if it was, or Homebrewer 7th. So yeah, fencing was a good option, but fencing is gone. 5 clay seems fine. Definitely want to build another wood room. Definitely want to build another wood room. With 15 wood here, I definitely want, and I'm getting another 6 wood from my Ock. Minimum 4 more wood. Definitely want to build another wood room. There it is. Yep, plow driver for red. Does need 1 more stone. So I'm taking day labor here. So green should grow with Stork's Nest. And then if I build green grows once with family growth and once with Stork's Nest next round, then I get growth in 11. So yeah, I'll make sure that I get build next round. Now, is build contested? Sean just fenced 10, so build is not really contested. So yeah, I guess I don't have to do that. I can always wait until 11 to see if build's there. The reason to build next round would be that Reno build a major improvement looks pretty good for me. Um, Especially when it comes with the food. Yeah, red getting to grow in 6 and 9. Pretty good. Like there's not very many hands that are gonna look bad when you get to grow twice. Um, yeah. Sean having two cattle here in 10 with his milking stool is pretty great. What do I want to do? 3 reed doesn't really seem necessary. I kind of like, if there was a stone action, that's what I really would have liked. Um, Definitely don't want to play an Auk. Probably I'm taking day labor again this round, so I could start to take crops. Could just open 4 wood. How good is 4 wood as an action for me? 4 wood just might not be that good of an action. Definitely starting to take crops would be good. Playing sack cart this round seems necessary. So maybe I just open start player sack cart. And then I play butter churn on family growth. Make absolute certain, since green did not pay for Stork's Nest last round. No, green did. Sorry, I'm dumb. I was looking at their 2 family members, but one's on the board already. Yeah. I really screwed red. I really screwed with red's mind taking 3 food traveling players, because red has taken activated their conjurer with like their first action repeatedly. I don't think this is contested, but I don't think it matters, because I think my last action is just day labor anyways. The other line is taking vegetable, playing 3 field rotation, and getting a sow action next round instead of taking day labor here. Sean just played grocer. Sean just played grocer. I could first move sow bake. That would be pretty bad for Sean if I did that, right? Maybe not. Maybe it doesn't actually matter that much for Sean. If I first move sow bake, he gets a 6 wood action, right? So maybe that's what I do, is take a vegetable here, and then I'm looking at opening sow bake, and then I can play 3 field rotation. And then playing 3 field rotation is actually like 9 food here, which is totally fine. Because like getting my 2 extra fields is just not that important. Getting 2 extra fields is just really not that important here. The thing that makes me afraid is that green could choose not to Stork's Nest here, and then opening sow bake seems terrible, because I'd have to show my 3 field rotation, and then everyone would then it'd be obvious that I want to sow, and then I'm never getting sow back. So the hedgekeeper got past Sean to red, which I'm a bit surprised by. I'm a bit surprised by that. Well, goes to green. So I mean, green was looking like they didn't know what they were doing, but this game is turning out fine. So I mean that's maybe a reminder for me that I need to assume that my opponents are doing good things, and then if I do that, then when they play Clay Plaster, then Stork's Nest becomes really obvious, and then Reed-Headed Toad makes even more sense when you want to play Stork's Nest. Yeah, I'm opening Sobake here, since Green's at 5 family members. And then I play 3 field rotation on family growth. And my third move is plow or taking clay or taking reed. Probably not taking reed. Probably not taking reed unless I want to build the BMW. This is also why I'm not that high on large greenhouse, because taking vegetable and then sowing here and then sowing again in 14 also maxes my vegetables, and you know sowing twice is fine. Especially with a card like Sack Cart, you don't necessarily need to sow just with one action. Sean's thinking, yeah, I think Sean, me taking So Bake messed with Sean. I think that messed with Sean quite a bit. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe he's just calculating whether he should start player or not. He might just be calculating that. How contested family growth without room will be. Because, like, green can't take family growth without room, so. Just said amazing here twice. Yeah. Yeah, you did indeed. Stable hand. So stable hand plus Hedgekeeper here for red. That's okay. I mean, this is a game where fencing 11 is totally fine for me. I'm totally fine with just fencing 11 here. I kind of want to start player here. The plow sow space and the family growth space are both quite good for me. So I kind of just want to start player here. I can play butter churn, and then I can play lettuce patch on family growth. Or sorry, play 3-field rotation on family growth. So maybe play start player lettuce patch here. I'm not giving up family growth, right? No. And now I really don't need to build the fourth room. Or the fifth room. I really just do not need to build the fifth room, it looks like. I might still, because it's not that expensive to do so, since I already have 7 clay. If I can feed without having to use that clay for food, I can do it. If I get hit plow sow here and sow onto the lettuce field, get 8 food there, get another 6 food from joinery, getting 9 food from 3-field rotation, that could get me there. The other thing that I don't love is I kind of wish I'd been able to play butter churn. Playing butter churn would have been nice, but it doesn't matter that much. Do have to fence like reasonably highly, so maybe I just don't play butter churn. Oh, another reason that I wanted to play lettuce patch here, if I do hit plow sow, I don't want to sow on these. You know what? I'm gonna hit a day labor in the next stage. So it didn't really matter actually. Didn't really matter that much. So yeah, definitely want one more wood action. Like a 4 wood action is enough to fence 12 plus um, feed wood in each remaining harvest. Um, Probably butter churn is not being played, it looks like. Sean is just figuring out feeding is feeding. Well, exactly. Since I blocked sow, that really hurt his feeding. Yes. Yes, that really hurt his feeding. It did. You know what? It probably didn't hurt his feeding that much because actually eating the vegetable is like fine, and he's got lots of animals here. But probably what it hurt is it really taps how many points he can get out of grain, right? Not sowing here, then eating the vegetable. Like he probably wanted to sow here and then in the final round, right? So yeah, not getting sow here in 11 was bad for him. Which is also part of why I'm really happy to have played this three field rotation. Because blocking so in 11 to the grocer, especially when the grocer chose to stay on three family members, and then also being able to make sure that the grocer doesn't get family growth without room in 12, I hurt Sean a lot with these moves. So Block might win the game for me if it's down to Sean and I, anyways. Yeah, there's no guarantee it's down to Sean and I. Like Reds had a solid game. Reds had a really not Reds had a good game, and Green's game. I'm lower on Green's game, but it still looks fine. Actually, resource recycler. What does this one do? Oh, this got buffed, didn't it? I thought it was 3 clay to build a clay room before. This looks like it got buffed. And it actually looks like that because the image on it is weird, right? Because the food symbol is like cut off weird. The two food symbol is weird. Like it's not scaled properly or something. Yeah, I thought this was 3 food. Thanks, Montu. Enjoy. Ooh, family growth here. Family growth is definitely what I wanted to see here. Family growth is absolutely what I wanted to see here. So family growth into 4 wood into fence and day labor, or day labor and reno. Probably want to reno this round, most likely. Yeah, fencing this round is maybe not that important because both the cattle and the boar will be taken. The sheep might be available for me in 13 with my move, like my move after fencing. I'll just have to fence really highly in one of the rounds. If I don't get fence here, I just have to make sure that I like first move fence next round, probably, which is fine. Like I can do that. I can first move fence. That's not a problem. Brian says I forgot about milking place. Oh, he took a food action which he didn't need, I guess. That's too bad. Sean picking up the 2 cattle here. Nice. 2 cattle is minimum 2 points with milking stool, most likely. Red's gonna first move fence. So if green could start player for plow sow, but I don't think that's that likely. So probably Sean will start player here. I could also start player here. Start player is not too terrible for me, but I think I take a 4 wood action here. think 4 wood so that I can first move fence next round is the play. And do I day labor only twice more or 3 more times? Probably only twice more. So fencing to cover, like fencing 13 is a thing, which fencing 13 also means I need another wood action. But I mean, I probably want another wood action anyways, so that doesn't seem like that surprising. And I think the 3 clay fireplace is still available, so I can build the 3 clay fireplace here. Reno gets taken. Hey, Reno getting taken, totally fine. Totally fine. Just means that I have to hit Reno in 13. And if I hit Reno in 13, I'll line up that I guarantee that I get Reno in the last round. So that's totally fine here for me. So I could take 4 wood again. 4 wood and then day labor last move. Otherwise, I could take a 1 animal grab. Taking a 1 animal grab doesn't seem that important. Take 4 wood when I can. I don't want to show roof baluster because roof baluster really changes the equation on people deciding whether or not they need to take start player to guarantee their renos. And yeah, yeah. So if green takes the 3 stone or takes 2 stone here, then there's pretty much no way for Sean to get to stone, right? Unless, yeah, there's pretty much no way for Sean to get this stone if green takes 2 stone here, which I think I would be doing as green, taking the 2 stone to be like this make sure this guarantees my stone reno on with my 5 rooms, which is really valuable. I also want to be able to sow bake really highly in 14. It's going to be a lot of points plus 3 food with 3 field rotation. So that's another factor, is sowing pretty highly in that round will be good. Red looks like he's in a good spot to take plow sow next round. Feed fences here for green. Interesting. Interesting. I'm pretty surprised by that. So 3 field rotation plus joinery puts me at 9 food here. If I play 1 improvement in the final round, I'm totally good on feeding. If I want to not have to eat with a fireplace, which I build the fireplace pretty free, but I think probably I'm going to want to sew onto my lettuce patch and use the lettuce patch to convert, most likely. The question is how many times. So if I play 1 improvement here, that puts me at 10 food, and then going into the final harvest, I would have 3 plus 2 plus lettuce puts me at 9. Plus day labor. So yeah, I'm good. I'm good for feeding. I just need to eat lettuce 1 time, and I'm good. Because I day labor 1 more time to put me at 6. Joinery twice puts me at 10. And then I do need 2 food for my roof baluster. So if I eat the vegetable once, okay, let's count this. So 4 food plus day labor puts me at 6. 3 field rotation twice puts me at 12. Joinery twice puts me at 16. And then lettuce patch once puts me at 20, and then 1 food action on top of that. Sorry, 1 improvement on top of that puts me at 21, which is enough for 19, 9 plus 10 plus 2, which is roof baluster for 2, 9 and 10 for my feeding. Yeah, so that looks good. If I have to pay an extra food for roof baluster, I probably just end up eating a raw grain, so that's fine. And it seems worth it to play another improvement, right? The fireplace is pretty free, and then playing like butter churn or whatever looks fine. Millwright here. Whoa. That's unexpected. I guess it's a wood conversion. But yeah, 4 stables. Green going down to no green going down to no wood here for fencing. That's crazy to me. Um the way red set up their farm, they might choose not. Red opens fence here. So I might have to be in a position to reno fence next round. Red fencing here, yeah, that puts a lot of pressure on my fencing. So that probably means I have to open start player here. Although that stable being there seems terrible. You've just cost yourself the ability to plow a field for free with plow driver. I get that you have muck rake, but you just put the one stable inside and you just give up one muck rake point to get another 2 points for no action. Yeah, so that seems bad to me. So yeah, I have to open start player here, I think. Looks like that's the situation. Open start player so that I get Reno Fence next round. So there's one improvement. Fireplace is the second improvement. I don't have to play Mini Pasture. I don't have to play Lasso. I could have played Mini Pasture here, but I'm probably just taking one animal this round because my other moves are Reno, Roof Baluster. Yeah, definitely Reno. Yes, Sean just took 3 stone, so that means I have to Reno with my next move. I have to Reno, and then I also have to Day Labor. So Reno, Day Labor, Roof Baluster, I have one free move to take a cattle or a pig. Although I was counting on not needing to play Roof Baluster until 14. So that does probably change the math on um, what my sequencing is supposed to be here. Because now I'm at 6, 3 field rotation, 9. And oh, I need to feed 20 twice. I was counting 19. Yeah. So that means I probably have to eat a raw grain here because I play day labor to go to 8 and 3 field rotation 11, eat a wood 13. No, I'm okay. I can afford to play roof baluster and then day labor here. So one of the reasons that I really like playing the more competitive games is if this game was not so I'm okay. So I want to be inclusive for new members of the community, but then I put like a pretty high requirement on my games on Board Game Arena. That's kind of like a competitive kind of. I'm doing that because of competitive reasons. Because if it's only the game's only between Sean and I here, I after I play Roof Baluster, Day Labor blocking my assistant tiller getting a read would be really devastating. Um, I mean, I could fish, and it only cost me an extra 2 points. But I just don't like being in that one-on-one position in a four-player game where you can be really vulnerable. Like I feel like I like being rewarded for setting up a game that like I want uncontested actions later. That's like a thing that I try to do. So green hasn't taken the final 2 stone for their Reno, but they do have Millwright here. So did Green first pick Charcoal Burner over Assistant Tiller? That seems incorrect. What could you have first picked here? We see all 7. It's got to have been Charcoal Burner. Which, if you're not used to this format, you might do it because of that. So Green playing the Stone Oven here. Yeah, there we go. Green recognizes they're not getting a Reno in the final round, so they build the Stone Oven here. That is fine by me. I'll day labor here, and then I'll sheep last action. It doesn't look like green. Green could take the sheep as a 1-point play, but it's only a 1-point play because the sheep do not go to 6 and they already have 1 and they don't need the food when they have 20 food here. So I should get the sheep back. And getting the sheep back means my feeding is like really safe. Okay, they do take the sheep. Seems like a bad move to me, and they did correct it. Good. Okay. I'm quite happy about that. And now I get to open. So green cannot fence. Oh wait, does Millrate let you fence? Millrate does let green fence. So I have to open Reno fence and hope to get Sobake back. Which is fine. Getting Sobake back is not impossible at all. Because Plow So will go, and then Family Growth might go, and then I can get Sobake back. But we'll see. There's no guarantee I will Sobake. Not getting Sobake back would be pretty bad. Is it worth risking it to open Plow So here? I don't think so. Red says, gotta keep making that moonshine. Yeah. So the danger of opening anything other than Reno fence here is that I don't get a fence action later. Green wants a sow action. Here's a question, do I need the points from sow and the food from sow to be competitive here? The answer might be yes. Now, is it that likely? So Sean would probably, I assume as soon as I plow sow, Sean would reno fence, right? And so then the question then becomes, does the master brewer fence, the hedgekeeper fence? The hedgekeeper could fence, but I think hedgekeeper has muck rake, so probably not. Then the question would become, does green eat a bunch of wood to fence? Or sorry, eat a grain to fence 3. Probably not. I think I can open plow sow here. Green playing the stone oven last round was really good for me. Green playing the stone oven was really good. I could not have opened plow sow here if green didn't build the stone oven. There's a risk to not getting fencing here. I think the risk is pretty minor because if I don't get fencing back, I can 4 stables and then have a max joinery, which obviously 7 points is worse than what I would get out of fencing, but it's probably what I gain from getting a sow action here offsets. Doesn't quite offset that, but it's probably close enough. And especially Sean not getting a plow sow here. Sean not getting plow sow here would have been another 3 or 4 point move for him, and he needs those moves. Yes! Yes! All right! Sean takes family growth. All right. I am good to go. I'm going to wheel Reno fence here. All right. So I've won the game. I don't see how I lose now. Getting even if I don't get a okay, I probably have to get a boar, but I don't see how I lose now. Confirm the switch of player. What? Confirm the switch of player. What is that? I don't understand. Oh, the recycle. Oh, the recycler. Oh, okay. Thought I got screwed out of fencing. So I really want to get a boar back. Sean kind of wants to take a boar, although he doesn't really want to eat cattle to do so. Yeah, Sean does. Sean really doesn't want to eat a cattle here to take a boar because that cattle is pretty expensive. Like eating that cattle is worth a lot with milking stool. It's 2 points, so it negates the benefit of being able to hold the boar. So this is where getting lasso out instead of butter churn would have been good. If I had lasso out, I could have lassoed the boar here, and then I would have more points out of this round altogether. Fortunately, I have the joinery, so having the joinery makes up for that somewhat. Because yeah, I really don't have much to do now. Um, yeah, so getting my lasso in play would have been nice. Because if I had lasso in play, I could have lassoed the boar here, and that would have got me at least one extra point. Now, having said that, playing butter churn was also worth a point. Probably, it's possible that it wasn't worth a point with joinery, but most likely it was worth a point. Yeah, missing the two animal types is bad for sure. I can count. Let's count my score here. So 15, 23, 27, 31, 34, 39, 40, 38. Let's give myself 4 point joinery, 42, 43, 44, 45. So I'm actually only scoring 45 right now. And with the vegetable gone, I need to take a fishing move, which I guess I probably would have taken anyways. So what I could have done is, yeah, because I don't really want to eat this lettuce patch anymore. So 3 field rotation puts me at 6, wood puts me at 8. So taking like fishing or whatever is fine, and then I should get a wood action back. But yeah, this is not as high scoring a round as it could have been. I think though I'm beating Sean. We can count. What's Sean at? Sean's at. He did hit Family Growth, so he's at 26. Sorry, 21, 25, 29, 33, 35, 34, 36 patch, um, 41 BMW, 42 Hearth, 44 Milking Shed. It's gonna be close. It might be red might be winning here. Red, no negatives. Red might be winning here. So the way to get more points out of this round is leave myself room for another day labor, fence smaller, saving myself 2 wood, which means that I don't have to take this 3 wood, and then I could have taken a boar. So I kind of didn't have an optimal round 14 here. My round 14 was pretty bad. But then again, playing the loom would have cost a point, so it'll be close. Red is at 24, 27, 30, to 135, 36, 40, 42, 43. It's going to be really close. It's going to be really close. I'm pretty sure green... green could be in it. Well, and stone oven, but I think not being at wood is too bad. Because green is missing. Green's farm score is about as bad as mine, but I have... Well, no, sorry, not as bad as mine. My farm score is a lot better than theirs, but like our room score is comparable. They do have these points, though. They do have the major improvement points. It's going to be close. The organic farmer didn't come down. Sean won 48. He got there. I counted his farm wrong apparently. Wow. Wow. I thought for sure I was beating Sean with that so in 11 and family growth in 12. Damn. Um yeah, Strawberry Patch was good. Strawberry Patch was good for Sean for sure. Um I passed Strawberry Patch to take Butter Churn. And if I don't play Butter Churn, I can play the Lasso, and then I can... Yeah, I've talked about this. I've talked about the path that gets me to 48. The path that gets me to 48 is instead of taking fishing, taking day labor, and then fencing smaller so I don't need to take wood and I can take the boar instead. And that just gets me to 48 exactly. And then at least I'm tying with Sean. But, yeah. Darn! Darn, that is pretty frustrating actually to not win that game. I definitely thought I had got there. Definitely thought I had got there. Hmm. Yeah, missing the animal types was bad. Um, Missing the animal types was bad. Yeah, yeah, missing the animal types was really bad. So yeah, playing Lasso might have been the line. Hmm. So I counted Sean just totally wrong. How did I count Sean so wrong? Does he have a boar here I didn't see? So Sean was 21, 24, sorry, 21, 25, 29, 33, 35, 34, 37. I think I didn't know about Strawberry Patch, so 37. No, I think I did. 39, 40, and 5. And then his crop points is 3. No, it's better than 3. Oh yeah. It's 4 and then -1 empty space. Maybe I didn't count his crop points correctly. It might have been that I didn't include his crop points. Darn. Oh well. That's too bad. All right. Well, that was fun. Um, yeah, it feels bad shipping Milking Shed Strawberry Patch. So what did I take over Milking Stool? I think I took. Did I take Sack Cart over Milking Stool or Butter Churn? Sorry, I took Butter Churn over Strawberry Patch. I think I might have taken Sack Cart over Milking Stool, which obviously Milking Stool ended up being fantastic for Sean. The Sack Cart was good for me. The Sack Cart was good for me. Yeah. I actually ended up with too much grain though. I have too many grain. So yeah, so if I have too many grain, I can eat one fewer wood and do something else that's worth a point. But I don't have anything else that's worth a point at the end of the game here. Yeah. Yeah, missing the animal types, not fencing until 14, and then red taking the single boar ends up being really bad. And then someone took the cattle too. So this is a case where Lasso would have been really good, and the fact that I didn't play it, I think, cost me pretty big. Cost me really big. Okay. I'll do another game. I'm gonna go ask Nathan if he wants to order pizza, but yeah, I'll do another game for sure. I might jump over to Play Agricola, but I could play another game on here as well. Both would be fine. I'll host and see if anybody's looking. And if not, I'll jump over to BGA. Yeah, red only ends up with 43. Yeah, red. Yeah, this stable should have been internal, and then you could have plowed one more field, and then as red, I think you can open So Bake. Well, they did open So Bake, but the So Bake would have been worth more points. Yeah. So green ends up with only 1 point behind me. Yeah, so my game just does not end up being as good as I thought it could have been. Because green's only 1 point behind me. Yeah, the missing the animals is a big no bueno. Okay. I'm gonna take a short break and we'll do another game.